Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for some more WWE 2K25. Today, we're going over all of our confirmed leaks that we have so far leading up to the big reveal coming up in a very, very short time. I believe that's going to be tomorrow by the time you see this video. So, let's get into it. So, first of all, our very first leak here that they gave us was intergender matches when we saw Rhea Ripley saying some people think the and you can see a men's and women's washroom sign. Let's zoom in a little bit for you guys. But we are getting intergender matches confirmed. So that's number one. Number two, our showcase mode. Mr. J. Uso knows we're coming direct, we coming live, we coming direct, dudes. WWE 2K Showcase. Well, you can see it is the Bloodline. One love to the Bloodline. So we're getting a Bloodline showcase, likely the story of the Bloodline. We heard leaks of a Rock's showcase. This sounds like it's going to be centered around the Bloodline, not the Rock. The Rock will probably be included in parts of it, but we're getting the Bloodline storyline as our showcase this year, which to me sounds like one of our covers for 2K25 is going to be Roman Reigns and maybe the entire Bloodline on it. But we're getting the showcase mode is going to be the Bloodline. And then we've also got two teasers right here. If you didn't hear it originally, I covered it as well. Hip Hop Gamer was the first one to leak that we were going to be getting both intergender matches as well as a My City mode. So right here, this is going to show you that you can see little island. I guess it's called My Island, but they tease it twice now. So she's going to tell us about it. Have you heard of the big news about the eye? And there's a picture of an island with eyeballs. Look at the island. So we're getting the island. They teased it twice. They also had TV time with the island and a little keep it shut. So welcome to the eye.
Hold on a sec. Welcome to the eye.
Welcome to the island. So again, we're getting My Island as opposed to My City in NBA 2K, but we are getting My Island. What that means and how open world it's going to be, we're going to have to wait and see. I think for a big game mode like this, we may be disappointed, but I hope I'm wrong. And then finally, the most recent ones here wanted to cover for you. As you can see, Natalia covering this. We're getting a new game mode. She's letting us know. They're going to bring something a little different to WWE 2K25. Underground. And it's a manhole. So for this, to show you, for those of you not familiar, this is what an underground match is in WWE. In NXT, they had them. I wasn't actually familiar with it because I don't watch NXT. So I myself also have been following the leaks. But this is what an underground match is in NXT. It's basically there's no ropes. It looks almost like a lumberjack match, as you can see here. So I wonder if we're going to have lumberjacks in it, or if it's just going to be straight up just a match that doesn't have any ropes or turnbuckles. It's more of like a UFC kind of style match. I don't know how much of this I can show without copyright, but WWE had a couple of them, these underground matches. So you can see the men and the women have had them. And it's just a match in NXT that they have with no ropes. So kind of cool. You get a different kind of vibe, kind of more of an MMA style kind of vibe, I guess. Something different. I'm all about different. So that's kind of cool. You can fight on the outside in these matches, so I'm assuming you'll be able to do the same thing. But that is what an NXT Underground match is. So that is our other confirmed match type. And sorry, spoiler alert on the next one. Cody Rhodes revealed that he's super excited for WWE and the return of... I muted you. Return of chain wrestling. And you can see chains with the wrestling, whereas we already had this many times ago, but for those of you who haven't played them before, this is what chain wrestling looked like when they introduced it to us in WWE 2K25.
Wrestling starts by grabbing your opponent in a collar and elbow tie-up. Once you're in this hold, you can press the X button to transition to a wrist lock,
exactly,
the Y button to a side headlock.
This is basically a rock, paper, scissors game.
It's a simple game of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
After you've transitioned out of the collar and elbow tie-up, you'll find yourself in a chain wrestling hold. From there, you search for the hot spot by rotating the right stick. When
So there you
find the
go.
hot
So
spot,
this
control
is
the
what
rumble
chain
and
wrestling
use
was.
to fill with red. Whoever
This is what
fills
chain
the
wrestling
leader
was.
first gains
It
the
wasn't
upper
very
hand.
fun. It wasn't very exciting. I never really cared for it myself, so I'm not excited at all that it's coming back. But I guess there were some people that enjoyed it. So you have these just random mini games of chain wrestling. I don't see how they're going to change it that much. It's like, to me, not that crazy. But something I want you guys to remember. It's really important because this is when they introduced us. Remember, what was one of the best wrestling games in memory in the last couple decades is 2K14. 2K19 was the best version of this engine that they created for 2K25. But I want you to remember the hype. I'm going to mute it because there's going to be probably music that they don't want you to see. Actually, this one doesn't have the music. But I want you to see the hype they had behind the development, a new generation of wrestling games for 2K25. So indulge me for a moment, if you would. And make sure, if you're not already, make sure you smash that subscribe button for all your WWE 2K25 content. But I just want you to see this. Look how good they made
We've gone to
this game look.
extraordinary lengths to bring WWE 2K15 on Xbox One, PS4 to the fans.
When you move on to the next gen of hardware, everybody wants to see the game look amazing.
This was a perfect opportunity for us to really reignite this franchise.
They
Look
hyped
at,
this
you know,
game
kind
up
of
like
fundamentals,
crazy.
you know,
I want you to
visuals,
remember,
gameplay and audio.
they hyped this like crazy, like it's so good. 2K14 was an amazing wrestling game. And then they hyped this up like crazy, like it was the second coming of wrestling games. And it was awful. I want you to remember that this game sucks. So don't get fooled by the hype. This year they're going to hype us up like crazy. I just want you to remember this. Remember this video. 2K14, amazing. 2K15,
and we decided that
trash
we really
can.
wanted to bring a lot of what we have in our visual concepts games to the table for wrestling.
Our goal was to shoot for broadcast. After NBA 2K14 came out,
They wanted to shoot
we
for
knew we had to up our
broadcast.
game. We pretty
They
much
needed
had
to up their
rewrite
game
all
because of NBA 2K14? What? But look how amazing this looked. 2K15, this was supposed to... This is 2K15. Remember, look at how good this looks. This was
superstars
2K15.
in the game and scan these guys. We had to
This
go
was
out on the road and
2K15.
go
We
in
thought it was
and
going to be the bee's knees because,
We'd
oh
figure out
my
a way
god,
to
look
get
how
them
amazing it
have
looks.
guys in vans for weeks
And had
on
they
end,
just taken
chasing them around from
2K14
event to event, setting up in
and
the backs of
given us
stadiums,
this
we had
graphics,
people
we would have been
flying
happy,
out
but no, they redid
almost
the
every
engine. They
city in
removed
North America
80% of the
from one
features.
point to another.
We
We bought
lost
a crew
creative
over
story.
there,
We lost
we set
so
up
many
shop
things in
backstage,
2K15.
gorilla
And still to this day don't have a lot of them
Your
back.
signature expressions.
But guys, the
we got
graphics.
their flex maps. We got
The
everything.
graphics.
By now, we've actually scanned almost everyone. On
2K14 was a million times better than this
Well,
game.
the new face scanning.
But this
system
game had
is
better
off the
graphics.
chain, brother. I mean, everything looks like it's
But this game brought chain wrestling, you guys.
Looks like it's the real deal. It's unbelievable.
It looks like the real deal, guys. Brother.
Gen face scan system like that before.
Oh, I've never seen this next gen face scan. It's a video game? Oh my god, it's unbelievable. They hyped this game up so hard. Made you think it was going to be so much better than 2K14, and sadly.
After that, we actually get
It wasn't.
into kind of the commentary.
Oh, and the commentary and how great no,
So when
the commentary wasn't good either.
Visual.
This game was terrible. But look at it. Look at it, guys. Look how lifelike it looks. Oh, isn't that all that matters? Look how great John Cena looks. Look how mad he looks. Oh, I just wanted you to remember that because this game did look good. That Gold Dust model, amazing. That John Cena model, phenomenal. They made the game look great. They hyped it up like crazy. I would argue 2K15 looked better than possibly 2K23. I don't know about 24. 24 looks amazing. But like 22 and 23, I don't even know if they look this good. At least not the John Cena models, that's for sure.
The most lifelike.
But look at that Randy Orton.
That has ever been in this game.
It's a
Yeah, the most lifelike they've ever been in this game. But the game sucked. Your game was trash. Trash. You removed a million features. But they hyped it up to no end. The reason I wanted you guys to watch that is because, yes, we are getting back chain wrestling, which they brought in that game, and it sucked. And look how the game actually... Remember what they just showed us, how good this game looked? But then look at it in actual play. Ooh. Still looks okay, but... And the chain wrestling, again, wasn't great. wasn't fun. The rock, paper, scissors of chain wrestling. Oh, so I don't know why people are getting so excited that chain wrestling's coming back. I'm not excited for it. Does this match type excite you? I would like to know. It excites me in the fact that it's something different. No ropes in the ring. Like, it's cool. It's like what happens when you Irish whip somebody and there's no ropes. How do they fall off? How do they fall on the floor? How do things go? Can you power bomb them off without the rope? Like, can you do moves off of it? So this match type actually intrigues me with the no ropes and stuff. So that is what intrigues me the most out of the leaks that we have so far. That and obviously My Island. How is My Island going to play? Welcome to the island, My Island, the My City mode. Hip Hop Gamer seemed to be dead on with his leaks from what he had talked to Brian Williams and his inside sources. So that's cool. But those are the leaks that we have so far. Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, I'm excited for My City. You know what I mean? But are we going to get something like this? Let's actually, I don't know if I can, copyright reasons, I don't know if I want to be able to, if I can show you what I want to show you. Let's take a look quickly. And his name is John Cena. Okay, so I don't want the sound cues, but this will probably be fine. Go check out Red Hater. This guy's got 2.89 million subscribers. I'm only using this because it's the first video I found, but this is what I'm talking about as far as John Cena in an open world game or a wrestler in an open world game. There's already mods that you can play as John Cena in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm telling you, this probably going to be a lot more exciting and fun than what we're getting from My City mode. Just giving you an idea of what would be really cool, but we're probably not going to get out of My Island. And that is, this is straight up GTA, but you just have a little John Cena mod. You're not doing FUs. You're not doing all the wrestling modes. So at least in My Island, we'll likely be able to get we'll likely be able to actually do wrestling moves in this. But if it's anything like this, then sign me up. Like, if you actually have an open world where you can go in and have a wrestling match against anybody, that would be awesome. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show you from this, to give you an idea of what this mode could be, right? We're not going to have the guns or anything. But shout out to Red Hater, just as I wanted to show this. Don't want any copyrights, but go check them out. As you can see, some fun GTA funny moments. All I did was type in John Cena GTA mod. This is the first video that came up. But just to give you an idea of what an open world with the wrestling characters in it could look like, that's an idea. Do I think that's what we're going to be getting out of My Island? I can only hope so. I can only hope it's that good. Otherwise, I don't know if you'll be able to see me playing this game for long term. We're going to have to see how much replayability comes from this. The number one thing I'm hoping as far as the showcase mode goes, if it is the Bloodline, that's great. But do not lock things to this mode so that I can't download from community creations if you lose your save file and have to play through this stupid showcase mode again. And don't have it not fun where it's just like, go throw your opponent into the northwest south territories of the turnbuckle. Like, no. Stop telling me to throw people into a specific turnbuckle and do this to trigger a cutscene. I hate it. I hate the glorified tutorial mode that it is. I hate everything about showcase mode. I wish it was gone from these games. The Bloodline could be a fun showcase, but my goodness, I've never really enjoyed them ever. And the fact that they lock content behind these really, really, really upsets me. Because if you lose your save file, because they will not fix the save file corruption bug, it's been happening for over a decade, and that means you're going to have to play through this entire game mode again if you want those creation parts to be able to download your community creations of characters you already had on your game. Anyways, my rants and frustrations aside, I am very curious about the My Island mode and see how they can make it. If they can make it this cool, like if I can go drive a car as John Cena in this, fantastic. Sign me up. Most of that seems like it's just it. If I can go and party and randomly fight people in groups like this as John Cena, fantastic. Sign me up. No problem. Oh, I don't know if I want the blood in here because that might... I might have problems with monetizing the video now. Oh my goodness. Anyways, dubious ones, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think My Island's going to live up to the hype? Are you excited for chain wrestling coming back? And for me, the biggest takeaway from all this is is the NXT Underground, the Underground matches. I'm not excited for chain wrestling, and my island, we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's good. With the small development windows that they have for these games, I don't know. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. Intergender matches, I mean, that should have been back in the game forever. A lot of this, as you'll see from a lot of people as well, all this stuff that they're taking, this is all stuff Fight Forever gave us. Remember that. AEW Fight Forever, the game nobody still plays. Intergender matches, chain wrestling. I mean, some people speculated that the My Island mode could be like a battle royale, like Stadium Stampede. That would be horrific. I don't think that's the case, but if it is, my goodness, could you imagine? But a lot of this stuff, AEW Fight Forever already brought us this. Obviously, this new match type's cool, but we had chain wrestling in Fight Forever. I didn't like it there. I didn't like it in the 2K games prior, so whatever. But intergender matches coming back, same deal. So at least Fight Forever coming out brought back features that we wanted in these games. But I'm not going to lie. I am cautiously optimistic about getting hyped up from this game. Again, if you go back and look at the hype videos for 2K15, and that game was a dumpster fire, ooh, the hype around it though, they made it seem like it was the second coming of wrestling games, and that was right on the heels of 2K14 being the best wrestling game that had been made in so long. Like 2K14 was so perfect and so great, and it's just like, had they just made this game have way better graphics, like 2K14 with way better graphics and some maybe new match types. Instead, we got stripped away so many things. A new grapple engine that nobody liked or asked for. There was a couple of good things there. They had, the tired animations when you're crawling in for the pin. There were a few good gems that they did put into 2K15, but it was all overshadowed by what we had ripped away from us in 14. Obviously, this year, we're not getting a whole bunch of things ripped away from us, so that's fine. So if you like 2K24, you're probably going to like 2K25. But chain wrestling's not moving the needle for me. Comment down below, which of these new features are you excited for? The intergender matches, that's cool. The Bloodline, as far as a showcase, if you like showcase modes, that's cool. And again, we're going to have to wait and see on how the My City, My Island, how that plays out. I'm cautiously optimistic about that. We'll say that. Anyways, dubious ones, that's going to do it for this one. Again, I want to hear from you guys. What are you most excited for? And get ready. I think it's just, again, going to be about 1 day away by the time you guys see this, and we're going to get our big reveal and hopefully get our first look at the My Island mode. Anyways, it's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Deuces.